Hello everyone. Just want to do a quick video to help you out a little bit with Google Classroom. This is my main page, as you can see, with all my classes in it. And just want to point out that it will show you on this main page when your assignments are due for each class, right there under each class section. So if we click into, this is my macroeconomics class, this is a college level course. So I'll show you the difference between grading for college level and the high school level. Up top here, you can see where it has, these are your tabs. You have the stream, which we're in right now, classwork, which we're going to take a look at in a minute, people. So this is where it lists the teachers that have access to this classroom as well as all your students that have access. From here you can, if you click on a student name, you can either email the student or all the students at once. You can remove them from here or mute them so that they can't be vocal in some of the assignments. Grades, this is a tab that is a new tab this year. I actually haven't used it much, but this is just, it will compile all the grades that you've so far put into Google Classroom for your students. Okay, so this is the stream tab. This is the main tab that shows everything that you've posted in Google Classroom. There's no organization to it, but everything is listed here. On the left-hand side, you can see the assignments that you have upcoming. Christine D just posted a video in the last couple of days telling you how you can delete this stream. So if you do want to get rid of it, you can certainly go back and watch her video. I don't use the stream only because for me it is a little confusing. I like it to look more like this where it's organized. So I'm going to show you your way around the classwork tab because you eventually will end up here to do everything anyway. So even if you like the stream tab, once you click in an assignment, it's going to bring you to what you see in the classwork tab anyway. So we're going to go to the classwork tab, and this is where on the left hand side it gives you all the topics. These topics I came up with, so as I've created assignments, I've given them topics, and giving them topics puts them like this, organized by chapters, or I posted, Jamie had sent out, the seniors need to apply for their scholarships if they're going to, so I put that up there. And then everything else is by chapter. So I just want to show you, oh, and also what I wanted to make a point of saying is that you guys really need to use Google Chrome when you go into Google Classroom, because I have actually tried to use Safari for myself and a different classroom for my grad classes as well as for my son, and you can't access all the programs and links and stuff in Google Classroom if you're not in Chrome. So you really have to use Google Chrome as your internet source. So chapter 28, this is the latest assignment that I've given to my students. We've just started chapter 28 this week. So in here, these are all their assignments that I've given them. Some is just material. You can see on the side here, the green ones means that I've assigned it. And then this gray one, it says draft. That means that I haven't actually assigned it yet. This one I'm going to assign on Wednesday. So when I go to assign this one on Wednesday, because I saved it as a draft, I'm just going to click in it. And then over here, these three dots, you click that and click edit. And then I can just hit assign. Okay. But this is when you create an assignment. This is where you can also, if you click this little arrow, you can save it as a draft, which is what I did. Or you can assign it, which is what you normally would do if you're going to put an assignment up. Or usually if you do one class at a time, you can schedule it to assign itself. So basically you would create the assignment, right? And let's say right now I have both of my macro classes in here because I try to kill two birds with one stone by doing the assignment once for both classes. But if I wanted to on a Sunday night put my assignments together, I would do an individual class. Like right now I just have one macro class. Click this arrow and then I can hit schedule, and I can schedule this assignment to show up on Google Classroom Monday morning at 7:30. Okay, if I hit schedule, then I can pick the day and the time. Okay, but right now, because I have both classes, so since we're in here, if I created this assignment and I give it a title and I tell them what the assignment is, on this right hand side, this is where I can pick which classes I would like for this assignment to go into their Google Classroom. Okay, right here I have it out of 100 points because again this is a college level course, so we're grading it normal right now for the college side of things. But if I wanted to use this grade as the high school level grade that we're doing for Valley Central, I would just highlight that 100 and make it a 4. So now I would just grade it out of 1 through 4 when I grade it. This is due, I picked the due date of May 4th by midnight, and then the topic. This is where the topics are. So I have it listed as chapter 28, but when I need to create a new chapter, you just click create topic. And then I would put, so for chapter, if this was going to be chapter 29, I would type in chapter 29, right? And then it would show up right in this list. So let's say I just typed in chapter 28, you click it, and now it's chapter 28. And I'm still going to save it as a draft, but you can still see if I were to have assigned it, it would still be here under chapter 28 like it is, only it would be green. See, these green ones mean that they're already assigned, okay? If when you want to do a new assignment, you would come up here to the create button. You can do a new assignment, brand new, right, which we just looked at. Type in chapter 28. Let's say it's a test for now. I could put instructions here. This is where I would create, or I'm sorry, I would add the link, whether it was in my Drive or on my computer or YouTube. Here I could actually create the assignment from here. Okay, you can then see over here, again, this part I just showed you. You can click on the different classes, the points. You can change the points to whatever you want them to be, right? The due date, the topic. So now it's going to see chapter 28's there because I created it, right? And then you would assign it if you want, or schedule it, or save it as a draft. Here we're going to discard it though because I just made it up to show you. The other, another good feature here that I use, especially since we've been home, because a lot of my stuff is saved on my computer in my classroom, is reuse post. Click on that, and it's going to bring you to the last time you taught this class if you already have a Google Classroom set up. If you didn't have a Google Classroom set up and this is your first time, it's really important to do the topics like I did by chapter or by unit or somehow, because then when you go back in, maybe next semester, you'll be able to just reuse the post. So here's my, like, for example, my chapter 28 classwork that I've used in the past is right here. You just click reuse and everything's right there for you. That's the PowerPoint I had in there. That's the classwork that I had. Okay, and if you want to make changes to modify it because it's old and you've used it previously, just save it to your Drive from here and make your changes. Okay, so again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to delete this draft because I already have it there. Okay, you can also, let me go into, this is a video discussion. So this is my discussion, my lessons, the lecture part of it. You can go into the assignment, you can make class comments. So if I wanted to say, hey guys, did this video work for you? And then they can respond back. Okay, you can also, if you go into the students' work that they've already turned in. Okay, so I have some students here that turned it in. So I should probably show you what that is real quick. So when you click into an assignment that's already been assigned, well, let's do May 1st. Let's go down to an assignment that I had due already. Here, chapter 26, 27 classwork. This was the instructions I gave them, that was the PowerPoints they used, and that was the classwork. Here's where it shows me. 14 have turned it in, 10 I've already graded. Okay, 10 I graded because it was due, and they probably, okay, so 14 turned it in. These first 14 who turned it in, and I still need to grade it. So Cole, I graded, he got 100. I just didn't return it to him yet, so it's going to show up over here in the graded spot when I return it to him. Lillian, if I want to look at hers, all right, so I can open hers up, and I can, let's just say I'm grading it, right? I can either put her grade over here and return it to her up here in this blue box, or I can add a private comment if I want to say, you know, can you please expand on number 10, or great job. I can do that. I can also put the 100 in right here, right? And then when I'm done grading the whole class, I hit return. Okay. What's important too, because this has come up a little bit, is that when you're assigning students work, anything that you want graded needs to be in its own individual assignment. Okay, so like you could see for classwork, I have several documents in here, right? I have more than one. That's okay. You can add as many documents as you want to one assignment, but only one of them can be graded, because if you try to grade it twice, it's going to go over this grade. So as you put a grade here, there's only one spot for a grade, right? So you have to make sure you do separate assignments. Okay, I'm looking at my list to make sure I don't miss anything for you guys. Grade change. I don't think that I showed you, excuse me. So let's say these are my few assignments. So if I want to edit my assignment, right, I can do that. I can go into these three buttons, which you'll see like everywhere throughout, and edit it. I can't remember if I showed you, you can also do an ungraded assignment. So if you're assigning work, like when we first went on break, right, or not on break, when we were first out of school, when you were assigning work, we weren't grading it, you could assign it and then click ungraded, and then that way it doesn't sit in your queue for you to grade it, and it doesn't show them that you haven't graded it yet. Okay? Well, change that back. Okay, so you can also do whenever you want to edit something, you can just click these three little dots here. You don't even have to go into it if you don't want to, but there's three little dots here and you would edit the whole entire assignment. Okay, you can also go in, and if you go into the actual assignment, well, this one doesn't have any attachments, sorry, because it's a textbook question assignment. So if I go back into classwork, so I can always, if I view assignment, go in and delete out what I don't want here. So if I don't want one of these here, I can delete them out. Okay. Okay, so if I missed anything, please let us know. Ask us questions if you have them. Make sure that you're using Chrome for the best possible, situation for yourself to be able to access everything you need to access. Remember, if you want to take this stream off, you can watch the Christine D video to do that. I'm actually going to do that for mine because it's a little confusing for me to see just everything thrown in one spot. I like it organized like this. Okay, so if you have any questions and you want to know anything else, please let me know. Thank you.